Hi, I'm Father Cliff here at St. Mary's, and we're here with Lizzie Martin, who's the president of the Baldwinsville Rotary. And Lizzie's going to talk to us today a little bit about needs in our community and how those needs have been met. So Lizzie, tell me a little bit about your connection with the Rotary.
I am an 11-year veteran of Baldwinsville Rotary, and this is my first time serving as club president.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Very interesting year it has been. But we're really blessed to be in a position to help out during the pandemic. And the main project we've been doing is our backpack program.
So Lizzie, when you joined Rotary 11 years ago, right? It was a different mission.
Yeah.
And so over the course of those 11 years, the way that you approached what Rotary did in the community changed significantly, right? Tell us about how that's changed over the last just year.
Well, this year it's changed a lot. We're adjusting how we'll be fundraising, and we're limited in how many people can work together on a project, which changes up our strategy and how we implement projects. The backpack project naturally fit well. You only need a couple people at a time working, and we coordinate with the school district to distribute everything, so they already have a system for safe distribution.
What do you think allows Rotary to be so successful in kind of creating partnerships in the community?
We have a membership of over 65 people, so they
That's
all
great.
they all have connections. They all know people. They are all leaders as well. So we have a very good network of people to connect to figure out what the need is and how we can address it.
We have an expression here, neighbors for neighbors, and I think it's something that's it's become even more teachable within the past 6 months. So we have three essential communities here. So we have St. Augustine, St. Mary's, and with the backpack program, we cooperate and collaborate with Elizabeth Ann Seton.
Yes.
So three distinct communities, but working towards kind of a common goal. Can you tell us about that goal from the Rotary perspective and how important it is for our community?
The work that you guys have done as a team with the three churches has made a huge impact for our backpack program and supporting us with food donations. The last couple of years, you guys have been huge with coordinating food donations during the turkey trot in the fall. And before the pandemic, we anticipated you guys had raised so much last fall that it would take us through the end of the school year. I mean, we really thought we would be pretty much all set.
Right.
As long as things didn't expire, we would be able to have everything that we needed just from your guys' mega food drive
Right.
last November. And we have partnered with a couple of you already for donations as we've had our increased need. That's been huge for us.
Yeah.
Being able to use a combination of purchasing food and the donations from the community are really what's keeping it going.
Do you find that that the needs that are present in Baldwinsville and every other community for that matter as well, but that from my perspective, when we had the race, and so we had this idea of this really wonderful sponsorship of the race that both parishes or all three parishes participated in. But I thought initially it was like a one and done, right? So it's right near Thanksgiving, everyone's kind of eager to be of assistance, and then we finish it and we all kind of move on. And I was so wrong about that, because poverty and difficult times, they don't take a break with people. So tell us about that continuous need and what we can do to help.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to say that we're going to be fine for the rest of the year with what you guys raised because you did such a tremendous job. But with COVID-19, the need has gone up with schools being closed. Families are left in a position to feed their children every meal every day of the week, and that's not something they were necessarily prepared for.
Tell people, because I didn't get this initially, but tell everybody how hard it is when students are not in school because of the current pandemic, how hard it is for them to receive the assistance they need, especially because they're not in the institution of the school.
I imagine in many communities it's very challenging, but I have to say in Baldwinsville, I think we're doing a really good job. The school especially. Right from the start, as the very first week that schools were closed, the school prepared itself to be able to provide breakfast and lunch every day, Monday through Friday.
Right.
And they have 3 days where families pick up, and some days they pick up for multiple days at a time, and there's meals there for every child. Initially, that was for children who qualified for free and reduced lunch.
Mm-hmm.
And then the week before Easter, they opened it up to any family in need in the community, and it's really more than doubled since then.
That's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah. So we're lucky here. I'm sure there are some communities where it's just such a challenge, and I would imagine food pantries are really stepping up in those communities too.
Yeah, I mean, we found that here in Baldwinsville, especially at St. Augustine's and St. Mary's, and I think anecdotally at Elizabeth and Seton. But we found that the need is constant, and that our people are they're continually generous, but they just need to know that there's the need. And so that's one of our purposes today, to let them know that there is a need. Tell us what's most needed right now.
So we are specifically seeking items that we include in every bag, and they're breakfast and snack items that go along with the family's school meal pickup every Friday to help the kids get through the rest of the weekend. And so that is single serving, non-expired, still in the packaging, breakfast bars, granola bars, breakfast cereals, raisins, individual peanut butter servings. We also do like snack crackers, cookies, Cheez-Its, goldfish, pretzels, those kinds of things. Juice boxes, puddings, and fruit snacks.
And so where would they bring those things?
They could bring them to the churches.
Mm-hmm.
As
So St. Augustine's,
Yeah.
St. Mary's, or Elizabeth and Seton.
you got it. And then we also have a drop-off at the Heart Home and Community Building at 12 Oswego Street, and
Okay.
that's the food collection that's run by Baldwinsville, Helping Baldwinsville. And
So I'm terrible with directions. So so when you give me that address, tell me what it's near. Is it like near the Beeville Diner?
Kind of like you go in
If you
that
give me a
park.
restaurant, they'll know.
Oh.
Or an ice cream
So
store.
go up here and take a right at Sammy Malone's.
Oh, I got that.
Yeah,
okay.
on Deneo Street. So you're going in the Baldwinsville Canal Square, that parking area in the
Right.
village, on the back side of that plaza building along Oswego Street.
Okay, that's near W.T. McBruce.
It's near WT's. Yep, kind of opposite side of the square from that.
I only know that because it's a dog-friendly bar.
It
and
is
so I
dog-friendly,
brought
yeah.
the dog there a couple. The first time it did not go well at all, but after that it worked out all right.
Nice.
So as president of the Rotary, how long is that term?
I go through June 30th, so I'm getting ready to pass the gavel.
And can you serve again?
I could, yeah, I
Right.
could.
So it might be important to have kind of steady leadership, past June 30.
Yeah, I work very closely with my president-elect, who's going to be coming up soon.
And who's that?
His name is Doug Tosh.
Sweet congratulations to Doug.
Yes, it'll be exciting. And Doug's been in Rotary for many years as well. He has been a good study. He asks a lot of questions, and I think he'll be very well prepared, especially in these different times.
So I'm from Linkcourt, just outside the city. It's a small neighborhood, but it's a great community. And one of the things that I find here that I found there growing up is that there really is there's a concern for neighbors, right? So if someone knows of someone who has, some significant issue, there's a desire to not only be of help, but also to kind of stay with them until it's solved. And I think that's what happens here too. If you could envision anything for the next, year or two that would help this to be really successful, what would it be?
Well, we definitely need support now to get us through the end of the school year. With school officially being closed for the rest of the school year, our goal is to continue to provide the bags that we do every Friday at the same level we're at right now, which is 575 each week.
Wow.
Yes, it was growing for a while, but it seems to have
Can you repeat that again? Because that's a big number, right?
It is.
Yeah.
We pack 575 bags every week.
Wow.
Yeah, and deliver them for pickup and delivery at Ray and Baker schools. And we want to be able to do it through the end of June. And we're getting a fair amount of recognition in the community for the program. People
Right.
understand it's Rotary that does the backpack program, which is great. We rarely get much credit for some of the things that we do, and that's okay. That's not why we do it. But we're hoping that this means next year, when students go home with their permission slip to receive this, more families will take the time to sign up. So we can continue to serve in a larger capacity, because that's what we want to be doing.
Well, our hope is that that Rotary, is more and more what they do and what your mission is more and more public. So we'll do whatever we can here in St. Augustine's, and I know Father O'Connor and Elizabeth Ann Seton to kind of promote that mission. We're grateful for your presence. As we finish this kind of conversation, if people would like to make a monetary donation, can they do that too?
Sure. We have a couple of ways you could donate. You can send in a check To Baldwinsville Rotary at P.O. Box 713, Baldwinsville 13027.
Can you say that again?
Yep, it's P.O. Box 713 in Baldwinsville, New York 13027.
And should they make that check out to Lizzie Martin?
No,
No,
make it out
no,
to me.
no, okay,
Just make it
yeah.
out to Baldwinsville Rotary.
Okay.
Yep. And we also have a PayPal account if you wanted to send in a payment to bvilleRotary1@gmail.com.
If someone wanted to join the Rotary, how would they do that?
They could reach out to us at that email. They could reach out to me directly. We also have a Facebook page, Baldwinsville Rotary, and you can connect with us on there. We have virtual meetings twice every week, Tuesday evening and Wednesday noon.
And with the
they're
virtual
open.
meetings, you don't have to wear the mask.
You don't.
That's kind of a nice thing, right?
It is nice.
Yeah.
We love seeing each other's faces. We spend a lot of time at the meetings connecting. 2 of our Tuesday meetings every month. It's just to socialize and see each other and
Right.
how are you doing and how are you holding up.
Well, I think, we're going to end on that word connecting. So we're grateful for your time here, for your presence, for your wisdom. I think if there's anything that we seek to do in this current climate is to be neighbors for neighbors. We are thrilled at St. Augustine's and St. Mary's, and I'm certain at Seton, that we have an occasion to partner with you and to really kind of lift up all those individuals that are our neighbors when they find themselves in difficult straits. So we're going to pray for your success.
Thank you.
We're going to root for you guys, and if there's anything that we can do in the interim, please let us know.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate the collaboration.
Thanks, Lizzie.